Alright guys, this is the finished product here. I've got an actual furnace fan over on here. You guys want to see? Circuit board. I don't think totally works. That's why I got it from a scrap guy. My nephew works doing AC repair and furnace repair, so his company had like 30 to scrap out, and his squirrel fans, I'm sure you guys can find them there too at any of these places. They've scrapped 30 units. I told him to grab me a couple fans on some boards, and the fan works great. You put it on high. I got it on high right now. The same burner tube. I tried a couple different burner tubes. I tried to go down to 1 inch inside the burner tube. You really got to lower everything down. You can get it to work, but the BTUs will be minimal. I think this 1 1/4 inch burner tube is the ticket. So like I said, it only runs on, starts up about 25-30 psi about with the torch. Everything's cold right now. I just got out here. It's snow out on the ground. Air compressor, this will be set at 25, guys. I made a little reservoir out of a little air compressor. It's a 2.5 gallon air compressor. I just used the tank, took the old motor off, put a little barb on there because it was already tapped for 1/4 inch. Put a little clear hose on it, and the gun's just sitting here, so I can just move the gun around and see the tip there. After a few hours, about 5-6 hours, depending on how dirty your oil is, you're going to run into just a little buildup on the end. You just need to pull it out, scrape it off, turn it back on, fire it up. So that's it. It's gravity fed right through this line right here. Goes right up to there. This is just the squirrel fan. This is a cold start. Just kind of got her sitting here for now. So this is just a piece of steel on top. Yeah, I mean, you can get this sitting here however you guys want to. You can build something. It's just kind of right now. I've been doing a lot of testing with the gun. Different. I even did a 1 3/4 inch burn tube, and that wants to burn a lot of fuel. So right now I'll show you the BTUs I'm getting off of this. What we got right here with the 1 1/4 tube. Of course, that's just this stack going straight up into my wall. I'm going to turn that on right now just to suck the exhaust out, because you got to have some sort of flow through there. You don't want a backflow in there. So here's kind of the testing I've done. I want to say the 1 3/4 was a failure. It needs a lot more air, fuel, and a way bigger tip. This is the tip I'm running at 1,000. I had 2 fans on this furnace. Okay, so with the BTU equation, with the 700 cubic feet per minute fan, we were getting 37 and 59. Now when I say weight, that's what that little on here, because the whole thing wants to kind of expand. So if you screwed the top of this down, or I just set something out because it kind of comes up and then air comes over that. But when you start forcing all the air through those pipes, just by putting a little angle iron on there, the BTUs went up significantly what was coming out of there, because it forced everything to capture even more heat. So then it came up to 76,000 BTUs, and with the smaller fan at CFM's was 59,000 BTUs. So depending on your CFM's a fan, depending on your equation for your BTUs. But like I said, you can still stick your hand right above there, up inside there, that little joist space, because it goes through the joist space, out through the fan, out the wall. So you can stick your hand up there above the flue, and it won't even burn your hand. It's like 80 degrees coming out of there, and this thing gets pretty nice and hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it set up, guys, for you, and get her started. Let's show you the temperatures of everything here. Let me see, get you guys right here. I'm going to shoot with the laser gun. I'm going to show you the temperature of the oil. Now keep in mind, there's no diesel, there's no kerosene in the oil. It's just straight waste oil filtered into there with a paint filter from Harbor Freight. And it's right now the oil temp's at 58 degrees. It was at 50 degrees early. I've been running for 3 days. The boys had the camera a couple towns away. So he finally got it back to me today. So I've been doing things with other burner tubes like I was telling you. And it kicks up in here on the weekend. So it's the weekend now. So I'm going to go ahead and show you that that's 58, 57. I don't know if you guys can read that. And the burner hasn't been lit. It's at 54. Inside there, the burner tube's at 54, guys. I mean, I just come out here. It's the afternoon. Been running around all morning. Now you just need a torch. You got a hole on the side of there. We need to get some air to it. Let's see where we're at in the air pressure. I don't have the oil on yet. I'm gonna get her down to 30. She's not putting any oil in right now. It's just air going in. I had it running at 6. I was using the grinder yesterday. So. Alright, she's just a hair under 30, guys. Let's see if we can get her to light. You hear her take off. I just open the oil. There's flames in there. I give it about 10-15 seconds. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There she's going, guys. Nope, she dropped down just a little bit. The air's still dropping. Sorry, guys. I just turned the air back. It kept dropping. I thought it was stuck there at 30. It kept dropping. I moved it too fast. But should just keep going, guys. And then once she's just warming up, it's just getting warmer. Give her a couple minutes. Oh, it just went out. Let me check where the air is at again. Oh. Alright. Pretty simple, guys. Let's get her lit. There's no kerosene in here. It's cold in here. 55 down here. Oil's at 57 degrees. You could put a little heater in the oil, the thing will light up really quick then. But there's no sense in it. Just warm it up. She's cooking now. I'm gonna let her warm up. She's already starting to get it warm. See if that'll show you going. That's already 109 right here on the face. It's not gonna burn it yet. Oh, still dropping. Still dropped down to 25. Okay, I think we got her. I kicked her down too fast. It used such a low air volume that when I turn it down, it hardly even comes down because I'm using a 32nd thousandth of a tip, and the air coming out of there is hardly anything. And that air compressor will run like once every hour for about 2 minutes to fill back up. So otherwise it's just running air in here, and you guys can see she likes to start after 30. I've made a couple of these guys now, and I can repeat that process, and the burner tube's easy. The build's pretty simple. You guys want to build, but this fan, you can pick them up. Just go down to a local anywhere. Say, guys, I want to scrap a couple scrap furnaces. I'm building some stuff, you know, and they're going to give me some stuff. I guarantee you, this energy ain't getting any cheaper. And if they can help the guys, the community out, why not? You know, this board's shot, or at least to the thermostat. I gotta do a little testing on it, but I can just plug it. I gotta wire it up, but I just plug in the fan with the blue cord. And this is just the oil. There's no pressures on here. I got a little dipstick up there, if you can see that right here, so I know how full it is. These are just fill holes from the little electric motor that was sitting on top. I drilled that hole into the tank, put a little 3/4 close, then put a cap on so I can put the filter there. And this I can just bring on down. It holds 2.5 gallons. That'll last hours and hours, because that little tank there, and I mean it's little. You can see the size of my hand. This thing's burning less than a quart an hour, so right now at 2.5 gallons, you've got 10 quarts up there. That's I can burn all day. I can run this thing all day. Just leave it running. That's it. Run it all day. She's nice and warm now. Just run her for a few minutes at 30. You can leave it at 30, but she likes 40. Just ran it right up to 40. Just kicked it up. And that's it, guys. Turn the fan on now, guys. Get you guys set up here. Now I'm going to turn the fan on just by plugging it in. You can have a switch on. That should kick right on. There goes the fan. You can see the air coming out of here. That's going to be warm air. Now that's how I figured out my BTUs. The air coming in is about 55 degrees now. And the warmer that air is, the hotter the air comes out of here. So a couple days ago I did some tests with the smaller fan, the 700. And I'm getting more BTUs out of the bigger fan because it's collecting more of the heat out there. Now as big as that fan is, I think you should have either 112 here, pumping into the house, which is what I think I'm going to do next winter. I don't think petrol and stuff's going to get any cheaper until we get some help with the White House. But like, this thing is warm right now. It's pumping out 140 degree or 50 degree. Here, I'll show you guys with this. It tells the temperature. Well, it's in Celsius. I'll put it in Fahrenheit. You see the Fahrenheit right at the bottom, right here. 95. This is what's coming out. Nope, I'm gonna try to get the glare out there for you guys. See if I can zoom in on it. 120. Come on. Get out of that glare. There we go. That's the CO2 level right down there. There you go. So that's pretty good warm air coming out of there. This one's just a little warmer. I think you need a big 12, get all of it, or you need like 4 6s. That's got so much volume coming through there. This, just see how that puffs up? Air comes over the top here, and right here, and skips going through here some of the air, but you put this on top, so the air has to go through here, and this is going to start getting warmer. It's warming up even more right now. As it keeps heating and heating, it's going to find a stabilization point, I think, where it's just going to keep going. But This, like I told you, would just, I could shut it off and turn it right back on. Like I said, jump, kind of show you. Let me see. That won't even ignite it. There's no lighters in there or anything. But I'll turn the gas on, or the oil off, the waste oil. Like I said, I've just got a barb on here. Then I've got an inline shut off there. And that goes right up to the tape, guys. And it's just gravity fed. That's why it's up there. Just so I can pick it up, bring it to the ground, fill it, drop it back up there, and I'm back in business. And that tank's gonna run forever. So I can shut this off. See that? Oh, well, it did kick back on, but usually does. Hot enough. She's still heating up, but that's that, guys. That's the build. This just runs all day. I'll just keep on running as long as you got air to it. Try to keep it up. This should be more straight. This line that should be straighter. Then it's kind of curly queuing all around over here. That requires a little bit more pressure than that dog. Get pushed around and get over here. Not much, but every little bit's got to help, you know. I just kind of set it up right here. This gets cold, it tells me where it wants to be, you know. So, yeah, she's rocking and rolling, guys. Now, I would not put this in a house inside the house, but I would set this up outside. Ooh, we got a good view there. This unit is what I'm gonna do, set it outside my house, take that stack up. I might even pump it through the garage of my house, the old garage I used to heat, and then put it through the house, because that's what I did years ago. I actually had so much heat I was going through that I just ended up putting a hole in the pipe from my garage because it's attached and a vent, and pushed it down the hall in my house years ago. I might as well collect that heat. But yeah, let me see here. Well, there's 106. Now for your Celsius guys, we're gonna go 41 degrees Celsius. Now I put this same meter on my floor there in the house and to see what was coming out of my furnace in the house, and I was getting 103 out of the furnace vent on the floor in my house. So this is pretty much the same. So this is 106, which is a little warmer. Now I was getting 120 yesterday, and I was getting in my house a 4, just 1 part per million. Small, well, it's probably registered now. I'm in the shop. There's carbon monoxide in here. I got welding things, shit going around here. There's all kinds of stuff in the air around here. But outside, this will be getting fresh air. Now, to pipe this into the house, you could just run a 12 here, go right into the house. If you guys are in the shop, you can just take this cap off, forget the holes, and run it just straight into the shop. Now, that's going to be a lot of air blowing this way. It's going to blow stuff off the walls, you know, blow things around. I think you better blow all this up through the ceiling and then down and get it away. And so that one's 106. Let's see where this one goes. I think this one gets just a little warmer. 108, 109, 110. 111. Trying to get the glare off there, guys. So look, 111, 112, and it was yesterday. It was running at 120. Why? I don't know. We'll see. I think it gets as it gets a little hotter as that thing keeps running. That'll just run all day. I just let it run. If I had this outside the house, I wouldn't even worry about it. The only thing I would think about is a little heater jack in there. A little heater, just a little thing, keeps that warm or something, because or maybe even right above the gun if you're going to have this in -degree weather and stuff, because it's going to get so thick it's not going to want to go through that hose. You got to think of where you're going to put it and things, and you might need to heat that oil. That's just plain waste oil, guys, right out of these jugs. And there's where I set filter. It falls in there into the paint filter, and I fill a jug up and I put it up in there. Now, this will just run all day. See if I can zoom in here again for you guys. Gun quite set in there like I like it. Let me zoom you guys back out here. Now I'm going to tell you one thing, like No Box 7, he's got good stuff out there. Look him up on Waste Oil. He's got the 411 on most of that stuff for melting, getting huge flames, where you can run melt steel and things, and crucibles, and get that stuff hot enough in those forges and things. This is hot right now. That's at 356. That's at 390. The gun's at 10. You know, you can grab the gun. That's still pretty. That's cold. That's cold. But the very tip of that will collect as it's spraying through there. It'll collect a little bit after, you know, every 5, 6, 7 hours. Come out here. If you're going to hook it up to your house, or if you're just using it in the garage, it's no big deal. But I'm going to put this in my house. I'm a carpenter and things, and I get slow in the winter sometimes. I might as well be pumping this right into my house. I got tons of waste oil around here. But that's it, guys. It just don't get any simpler. It's just building this, and this is just kind of holding the gun right now. I just tacked all that up, put some screws in there. I've been using a few different things. Tried to design, put different burn tubes in there, you guys. But let's see how much. And there's the flues coming in. The air's coming out over here. Still got the thermostat on there, guys. Oh. Guys, I just set that down and knocked over the gun. Air hose just tripping all over, so I can just pull it out and trip it out, and it started spraying all over the place. But not much, so it got it. You know, it's oil. It ain't gonna throw a lot of. You let that run in there for a few minutes, then try to light it in 30 seconds. You're gonna have a little bit of explosive pop. You don't want your face here. Gun atomizes very well. Very well. been maybe since I lit this a few minutes, a couple minutes since I tripped over and knocked all this, pulled all this out and restarted it. Now I want to show you what the temperature is coming out of here. So I told you to start getting hotter. That's in Fahrenheit, 129 degrees coming out of here. With a moisture of 17, I think you want your homes at about 30. I think you'd rather, you might want to, if you're going to run a lot of heat all day in a home, you might want to think about a humidifier. You know, I don't keep my house real warm, but I don't have a big house. I got an old farmhouse, so this thing would work great. That little tank up there, guys, that little red tank would run all day. I've been running one of those tanks for the last couple days while I've been out here all afternoon, and it warms up in here. And I just got the exhaust running out there because I can put my hand over the exhaust and it's only like 80 degrees. Okay, so yeah, the little line gets warm, of course, the hot air is going up, but the exhaust isn't anything. There's no smoke coming out. It's burning clean with that tube. The only thing is there's, you know, with this DIY stuff, guys, you know, this ain't a fancy thing. If you guys built this, you gotta light it. If I was setting it up outside, I'd have a little shack with a roof over it, a little 120. So the energy I'm running is at this fan right on the 120, and I can't tell you how many watts that's pulling. But my father-in-law says if you run a furnace fan in your house and just leave it on all month, it's like 40 bucks. So that's $40. The fuel's free. You can get that about anywhere. You can just put an ad up on Facebook, Craigslist, whatever you want, and pick up people's oil. Now you got a filter with the paint filters. You can see what I got over here, guys. Look at all that garbage in there. Yep. And I put it in 2.5 gallon jugs right there, so that one of those jugs fit right in here. That's it. A little air line. I think I'll run all day. Now I'm going to kind of shut you off here and I'll be right back. Alright guys, it's been about 30-40 minutes and still running at 40 psi. Air compressor doesn't even do anything. It's gravity fed still, guys. Still running in there. Fan, of course, always runs. And I'm going to show you guys what this thing's running at now for heat. 141. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing now ain't putting out 100,000 BTUs or 90,000 BTUs. This thing is cooking. And that burn tube is not going nuclear. It's just staying nice and stable. It's not even red, not even cherry red, guys. Just atomizing nice, but I don't know. You guys seen before, I built the little tray under here. Kept all the, it's going to drip a little oil. That's actually for me. I did that earlier. When I tripped over the hose here, you're gonna have accidents. If you're gonna mess with this and design and things, you're gonna have messes. Trust me, that's spilled oil all over this floor. Forget it's filtering, it starts running out all over the floor. Forget it's running over there. But no, that doesn't even work any oil, guys. This is for me. 140 degrees. This thing is heating up nicely.